Some celebrities spend their well-gotten gains on some exotic and expensive stuff, and today we're going to be taking a look at 25 of them. While Bono might be an amazing singer, songwriter, philanthropist, and activist, he's not exempt from buying some dumb stuff. Then again, I guess all these things don't apply when you forget your favorite hat at home. Yeah, Bono paid $1,700 for a plane ticket for his lost hat. What do you buy the child who has everything? Kelly thinks a jewel-encrusted bathtub should probably work. When Beyonce was pregnant with her baby, Kelly found the most original gift you can give to a baby, a $5,200 Swarovski diamond-encrusted bathtub. When you're as famous and spiritual as Madonna, plain old drinking water just don't do it for you no more. So she gets her water from the Kabbalah Center in Los Angeles, a religious teaching center. It's reported that the star spends up to $10,000 a month on Kabbalah-blessed bottles of water. I'm not sure what that is, but it's clearly some, part of like an ancient religious tradition of duping gullible celebrities out of their money. Being young is fun and all, but many people spend way less than 17 grand on their yearly rent. And again, they aren't the one and only Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe at age 22 purchased a mattress for a cool 17 grand. Yeah, let's be honest, for a dude who's making $320,000 by that time he's 11, and being all humble and all that's good, he wants a good night's sleep to continue his... Miley Cyrus has been a gem ever since her days in the Disney show Hannah Montana. And then she moved into the music industry. And then it changed. Her hair has also gone through a lot of change over the years, but her locks were never more expensive than when she dropped $24,000 on hair extensions flown from Italy. These extensions were of the highest quality and professionally dyed to match her hair color perfectly. Cell phones have become pretty much a necessity in our everyday lives at this present age, and because of that, phones now cost over $1,000 each. But Victoria Beckham took her new cell phone to an entirely new level. Formerly Posh Spice, Victoria paid $36,000 for a Stuart Hughes-designed iPhone made with 150 grams of 24-karat gold. She probably missed her glorious 90s music career and wanted to make some headlines without using her famous husband's name. Still a lot of gold to have in your phone. That on this channel, we've written about many celebrities who have spent a couple $1,000s on their shoe collection. Some even go as far as having an entire walk-in closet just for their shoes. Tania Tempa, on the other hand, spent almost 38 grand on a pair of shoes. No, I'm kidding. He spent it on one pair of Nike shoes. The rapper bought Nike Air Mag trainers worn by Marty McFly in Back to the Future 2 for $37,500 a couple years ago. For that price, he better be looking Marty McFly. If you've ever worn an iPod, you're probably a millennial. Floyd Mayweather falls into a category and has made some pretty splashy purchases of his own, including a $50,000 iPod Classic encrusted with diamonds. He's also using the old device for his tunes leading up to the McGregor fight, saying he preferred it over newer models that didn't allow him to adhere as many jewels. Many people will have weird beliefs and superstitions, and I get it. I mean, ghosts have hypothetically been around forever, but Lady Gaga is not going to let any ghost disturb her peace. She bought a $50,000 electromagnetic field reader to detect paranormal activity at concerts. That's not all. She also hires ghost hunters and paranormal investigators to clear every venue and hotel room along with her tours. Let's admit it, she's, unique. There's no amount a parent wouldn't spend to make their child happy. The same goes for Beyonce and Jay-Z. For Blue Ivy's first birthday, they gave her a custom-made diamond-encrusted Barbie doll worth $80,000. The doll is said to include 160 diamonds and white gold jewelry. However, that birthday spending don't end there. It included another $95,000 on pink and white roses and $2,400 for a cake. If you're going to spend ridiculous amounts of money, at least pamper yourself and spending it on others, being selfless. That's something somebody should have told Jessica Simpson. In 2009, she bought her then-boyfriend Tony Romo a $100,000 motorboat. Romo accepted the gift and thanked Simpson by breaking up with her a day before her 29th birthday, only a few months after this. Yikes. This is one pair of leggings that you just don't want to get a hole in. I mean, literally. For the 2007 BET Awards, Beyonce dropped $100 grand for this pair of gold Balenciaga leggings. I mean, why buy regular leggings when you could literally just stitch gold into them, right, Beyonce? For some people, $100,000 would pay off their mortgage. For the ultra-rich, $100,000 is barely going to get you enough fabric to cover your boot. And this isn't the weirdest thing you guys are going to hear today. You're on the internet. Chill. Mike Tyson might be one of the baddest guys ever, but it's still shocking to know that anyone owns just wild tigers. Tyson apparently bought the tigers while he was in prison in the 90s for $140,000. And if that ain't bad enough, it cost around $200,000 to keep them fed and housed. I mean, there's really nothing about the Tom Cruise-Katie Holmes relationship that wasn't, which includes the birth of their daughter, Suri. In 2005, during the height of the Katie Holmes infatuation/meltdown, Tom Cruise bought his pregnant then-girlfriend an ultrasound machine for $200,000. I mean, I get making pregnancy as smooth as possible, but the machine kind of became useless once they divorced. However, the point Tom was trying to make was, why go to a hospital when you can just buy it and put it in your house? I don't even know where to begin with this one. A dinosaur skull? Both Leonardo DiCaprio and Nicolas Cage had their eye on a $67 million Tyrannosaurus Batar skull, but only one of them shelled out more than $270,000 at an auction for it. In other words, just a typical day in Hollywood. However, in 2015, Nicolas Cage found out the skull was stolen and agreed to return the skull to Mongolia. A dog house? Yeah, more like a dog mansion. Regular people's houses cost less than $325,000, but Paris Hilton spent that exact amount on a place for her dog. This doggy mansion had air conditioning, heating, a black chandelier, and many designer articles. I bet you wish you could live as lavishly as that dog does. In Inglourious Basterds, Brad Pitt used a knife to brand Nazis. In real life, he spent $385,000 to buy one of their antiques. In 2015, the actor bought a third-wheeled German motorbike used for reconnaissance missions in Greece, part of a reported passion for World War II relics that also led Pitt to star in The Bastards and Fury. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian got themselves a $750,000 gold-plated toilet for their $11 million mansion. Yeah, there's really no need to overthink this purchase. Gold-plated toilets are hella weird. Gold toilets might look relatively cool, but those things are ice cold when you sit down on them. Like, they later listed the home just 2 years later for $20 million. Nothing compares to what Rihanna spends on her hair annually. It's pretty hard to keep up with Rihanna's hairdo since she changes it almost as often as she changes her outfits. But her ever-changing hairstyles have a price. $1 million a year. Yeah, Rihanna spends about 25 times the amount of money the average American makes in 1 year on the keratin growing from her scalp. What is it about bathtubs that certain rich people love so much? Take Tamara Ecclestone, the daughter of British billionaire Formula One boss Bernie Ecclestone, who paid $1.3 million for a bathtub made of crystals. I really don't know how to feel about this one. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were once a thing, as is tradition in celebrity couples. They bought each other extravagant gifts. In May 2012, Angelina Jolie shelled out a $1.6 million on a luxury helicopter and flying lessons for her husband to show him her love and her devotion and her wallet. But then, why fly your own helicopter when you're rich enough to just have somebody fly you around in it instead? Celine Dion's voice is her moneymaker, and she's completely invested in keeping it in perfect shape. And a humidifier makes sense considering your average humidifier costs around $20. Not hers, though. Celine Dion bought a $2 million air humidifier to use in her Las Vegas shows. We're not even sure what a $2 million air humidifier does that a normal one just can't do, but Dion wasn't taking any chances in this dry desert air. This seems like a pretty reasonable purchase for a die-hard comic book fan, as they would do the same if they could afford it. For others, not so much, especially when it costs $2.1 million. I'm pretty sure most of you would find it ridiculous to spend that on cool comic books. Now, you probably thought this is the absolute upper limit. It cannot get weirder than this. If you're smart enough and you have money to spend, you put it in real estate. The average citizen would buy a house. However, Kim Basinger took it a little and bought a town with real people living in it. Basinger bought the Georgia town of Braselton for $20 million, but actually ended up selling it a few years later after filing for bankruptcy. In 2011, a scarcely known New York real estate personality and also reality TV personality, Donald Trump, bought Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen's private Boeing 757 for $100 million. He spent an untold amount of money emblazoning his family name on the jet and installing gold fixtures everywhere, including the bathroom sinks and the seat belts. So, if you enjoyed this video, watch this one next.